So we're using a macro-active core philosophy, which is, in our opinion, a very unique strategy and philosophy, because it essentially looks at the macro factors that are all around us in the world. These might be economic macro factors, things like interest rates, inflation, but they might be thematics as well. They may be geopolitical. And clearly over the last few years, and we expect over the coming few years, there is a lot going on both on all fronts, on the macroeconomic side, but also on the geopolitics side. So that's the macro angle. On the active side, this is an active fund. We do take active positions. And so where we have conviction, we make sure that that conviction is reflected in positions in the fund. And on the core side, we always make sure we have a view on the top 30 stocks in the benchmark. The reason is that these stocks are often very large and can be a risk factor for the funds if you don't hold them. And so we are particularly diligent in terms of analysing those stocks. We don't necessarily have to hold them, but we must have a view on them. So we want to position this as a building block fund, a core fund. And so recently we have reduced the fee structure on the fund to reflect this ambition to 25 basis points on the institutional share class. We think this is a competitive fee that provides value to both customers and the investment manager. Yes, so when we're thinking about the macro environment at the moment, we think that there is risk that inflation could increase on a go-forward basis for a variety of reasons, one of which being tariffs, for example. As a result of this, we think that the market's expectations of interest rate reductions from central banks could be too high. We think interest rates could be higher for longer. As a result, we are overweight financials. It's one of our biggest overweights in the portfolio. It is the biggest overweight in the portfolio. And this is because they benefit from steeper yield curves, potentially a reserve release cycle, and possibly even higher share buybacks and shareholder returns as well. There's also a deregulation framework that's happening kind of throughout the US, which could also benefit the banks.